All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Reliance Werribee, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us here. I'm sure we're going to have a spectacular time here. Beautiful weather that Melbourne has on offer here today. And we've also got a stunning opportunity here up for your competition, number 24 Golden Square Street in the beating heart of Hoppers Crossing. So to all of our bidders and buyers, make sure to bid bold, bid aggressively, bid to the absolute upper echelon of your capacity. Give yourself every opportunity to be that lucky and successful buyer. I'm sure one of you folks here are going to be the lucky and successful buyer here, so to you a slightly early congratulations is in order for your wonderful purchase, and what a wonderful purchase I'm sure of it will be for you for the many, many years to come. Now, of course, I'd like to thank our vendors very, very much, not only for entrusting myself to be the auctioneer, but also the entire selling team at Reliance Werribee for selling what is arguably their most prized possession. Now, of course, we've got Bobby and Prateek here, your listing agents, here to support you with your bidding endeavours and also answer any questions about the property that you may have here today. I think we've also got TJ somewhere around as well. So if you see him, he's not hard to see. He's very tall, handsome as well. So if you've got any questions, make sure to flag down TJ as well. Now, the settlement terms for the purchase of the home is preferred earlier rather than later. We're looking for a 30 to 45-day settlement period here, and also a standard 5 to 10% deposit if you are the lucky and successful buyer. That's to be made available to the trust account of Reliance Real Estate by bank cheque or bank transfer. Now, of course, if you've had any prior arranged terms or conditions discussed and our vendors are agreeable to those terms, then you're more than comfortable to be bidding on that basis as well. Now, in terms of the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit the auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserved price, as your auctioneer will be indicating bidders on a request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders from attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it will issue fines for misconduct. The rules do permit vendor bids. The words I will be using to indicate I am placing a bid on behalf of our vendors is simply vendor bid. By law, only I, as the auctioneer, can place those vendor bids. All right, buyers, that's the boring stuff out the way. Let's talk about the stunning opportunity here, 24 Golden Square Street in Hoppers Crossing. This is a spectacular opportunity here. It's got so much on the table in terms of value that it offers you. Whether you're a first-time buyer, small family, a keen investor as well, looking to park your capital in a premium pocket of Hoppers Crossing and a prime piece of real estate here. There's plenty of opportunity here for you, especially if you're a developer as well. We've got plans ready to develop here, so that can start to go ahead straight away. You've got the opportunity to put an entire new home at the back there, and that council approval has already been taken care of for you. So 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, multiple car spacing opportunities for the main home as well, underpinning a prospective purchase of some of the finest real estate that Hoppers Crossing has on offer. Beautiful home itself as well, open kitchen and dining area, 2 bathrooms, which is a really big plus, and that's also been newly renovated as well. Indoor and outdoor entertaining areas, particularly with that shaded pergola area, that's really good for entertaining friends and family throughout all 4 seasons. Location-wise, this is spectacular as well. You've got parks and reserves literally in walking distance down the road, and also the shops as well. You've got Tiny West Shopping Centre that you can take care of all of your shopping needs. And not far from here as well, you've also got the Werribee Pacific. That's going to take care of literally all of your shopping needs here. You've got all the schools, public, private, primary and secondary, even up to tertiary education as well. So your kids can literally make use of all of those premium education options. Access to major freeways and also public transport too, making this a very accessible location in metropolitan Melbourne. So lots of value on the table here today. Okay, you have a very good time to get into the property market as well. We're in a buyer's market here. We're also expecting rate cuts into 2025, so that's going to bring more and more demand into the marketplace. Good time to construct as well, with housing shortages all throughout Melbourne. So if you're getting houses onto the market, whether it's for rental, whether it's to sell, we're looking for an uptick in property in the months to come. So beautiful time to get right into it. If you wait too long, you're simply going to miss out. So without further ado, going to hand it over to you now, guys, for your spirited bidding. Who would like to get the auction underway? Nice friendly auction, don't mind where we start. Happy to kick it off at any opening figure where you see logical value. We'll take it from there. Guys, I prepared you for it as well. Happy for you to jump on in. Otherwise, like I said, I will kick things off with the vendor bid and start it off. Happy to start at any opening figure now. Now, Prateek's also on the phone with the bidder as well, so if our phone bidder would like to jump in, they're more than welcome to as well. Just preparing you for that. Gentleman with paddle number 8 as well. 560, thank you very much, Prateek. Your bidder in the league now. Let's go. 20s on the rise. Yeah, Prateek, 20s on the rise. 580 next bid now. 560, a great position to be in. Let's go to 580 now as a next logical bid from here. $560,000. Welcome to your bidder and good luck there. What's now? 560 now. Good luck over here. Twice at $560,000. Third, final time, all done. How about a 10? 570? Have to jump in. What about you, sir? Happy to offer you a 570 if it keeps the auction moving along. Otherwise, I'll simply place vendor bids. The auction will keep going up and up and up from here at $560,000. Last opportunity, guys. Happy to see you in on a $10,000 as a bare minimum from here. Once, twice, third. Final time, all done. Finish, absolutely silent. 560 will take it away. We'll simply pass the property in here. I'm going to move the auction along at 570 now. Vendor bid at $570,000. I'm simply holding the bid at this point in time. Happy to see your bidder back in at $580,000. That was the last minimum bid that we were requesting here. At $570,000. I'm placing a vendor bid. Simply moving the auction along because I'm not getting the traction that I quite like at the auction and keeping the auction moving at pace. So if you're holding back and you're waiting, you're simply going to miss out now. $570,000. Pratik, let me know if your bidder would like to jump in on top. Once, twice, third. Final time, all done. Well done there, guys. 570 now. What about your bidder? Jump in at $580,000. Yeah, we'll see how we go from there. $570,000. Otherwise, we'll simply pass the property in on a vendor bid at $570,000. Where do we go from here? Pratik's waiting from the instructions from your bidder here. Really tough crowd here today. We're all here on a Thursday evening. It means you're interested in the property. At the very least, you want to see what the outcome is. But at $570,000, come on, guys. Need to know now. I'm going to count it 3 times, and I think we'll place another vendor bid to keep the auction moving along. Pratik, I'm going to place it at $580 if your bidder doesn't jump on in. At $570,000, last opportunity here, guys. Once, twice, third. Final time, all done. All done, guys. I'm going to place a vendor bid, just confirming with your bidder here if they'd like to jump in over here and here as well. Turn the hat. At $570 now, I'm going to place a vendor bid at $580. We're going to keep the auction moving along at pace. I can't wait for you guys all day at $580,000. What's the call from here? Let's go in 10 still at $580,000 now. Need to know. Had the opportunity to jump in at $580. Need to be at $590 now. We're still sticking in the 10s from here at $580,000. Can't be any clearer than now. At $580,000, beautiful opportunity as well. You get one house, you've got the opportunity to build the next. Simply ready to go at the moment. All the hard work is done by our vendors here to get all the planning permits approved for you, ready to build today. In 6 months' time, you could have another home at the back. At $580,000 now, vendor bid, still bargain buying at this level. Need to know instructions from here. Once at $580, we simply wrap up the auction now. Twice at $580,000. Third, final time, all done. Need instructions from your bidder. Otherwise, Pratik, I think we'll take a quick pause to the auction. Unless your bidder would like to jump on in and progress the auction, we'll simply pass the property in very quickly. If they'd like to jump back in at $580,000, last chance. Maybe we're missing TJ at the auction as well. Nice, handsome man, probably would attract a couple more bids at $580,000. One last opportunity, Pratik. Need to know. Very tough crowd here today. I was expecting coming out on a Thursday we'd be jumping over ourselves with this premium home here. Very nice home itself, already built. Very good for rental. To move on in as well for a small family here. $580,000. 85 will take it just to keep the auction moving along. And welcome back to your bidder at $585,000. Now, I'm happy to take the 5s, by the way, but we're at $585 now. Pratik's bidders jump back in on top, so $590 if you will. That's the bare minimum we're going to. We're already past your budget here. At $585, Pratik's bidder's simply going to get the sole rights to negotiate, just like we talked about. Even if you have more to offer, you simply cannot. 9 out of 10 times when we pass the property in, especially when Pratik gets his hands on them and starts negotiating, we're going to sell. At $585, I don't think we're going to do any more vendor bids here, Pratik. We're simply going to pass the property in, especially given the bidding action we've got here today. $585, last opportunity to jump in. What's the call from here? I need to know from you guys as well. Don't need to avoid eye contact, nice and friendly. $585, I'm going to call it 3 times. Once, twice, third, final time, all done. Happy to accept it. What about 1? Just to get you in on top. You're all done. You sure you're going to give Pratik's buyer the first right to negotiate? You're all done. There's the vendor bids. We get a little bit too high with the vendor bids. You could have jumped in a little bit earlier. $585. I'm even offering a 1 just to get you back in. You get to negotiate. Perhaps Pratik's bid is done. What about you, sir? Holding paddle number 8. Happy to see you in on a 1 if you will. Otherwise, we pass the property in. I'm not even going to take a pause here. There's no negotiation. There's no other things to talk about here. Pratik's the only buyer. Pratik's buyer is the only person here. $585. 1 last opportunity. We're wrapping up the auction. All right, Pratik. I think we don't even need to take a pause. We just wrap it up, don't we? At $585. You let me know, but at $585, I'm still waiting. I don't believe you that you're seriously not here to buy. At 585, I've seen you looking at the backyard. I know you love it. At 585, no other things on the market ready for you to build today. At 585, Pratik, let me know if you want to take a pause. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a stop to the auction here. At 585, counting it 3 times now, we're done. Once, twice, third, final time, all done. Finished. Absolutely silent here. All right, we're taking a pause. We're going to seek some instructions from our vendors here. Hopefully some good news from your buyer. And we'll be back in just a moment's time, okay? Just give us a moment.
Sorry, I'll just come back. Sorry about that.
Alright guys, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation. We've got some further instructions from our vendor. The vendor has asked me specifically to place one more vendor bid and one more vendor bid only, a little bit more in line with where they set their reserve price here today. Now, I am going to announce exactly where I'm placing that vendor bid. So what that does mean is if you would like to bid above our current bid at 585, you're more than welcome to do so before I place the vendor bid. What that simply means though, if you're the highest bidder, before I place my vendor bid, you simply get the right to negotiate exclusively with our vendor's written reserve price. At 585, currently that stands with Pratik's bidder on the phone. So the bid that we're looking to place is at $600,000, and that's where we're going to pass the property in. So before I place that vendor bid, any bid on top will get you that sole right to negotiate. Otherwise, currently it stands with Pratik's bidder. So I'm going to give you one last opportunity. We're simply passing the property in at this point in time. No more pauses, no more instructions. So absence of your bidding, the exclusive rights to negotiate go out this way. Yeah. So it needs to be at 580. We're at 585 right now. Any bid on top will get you the sole rights to negotiate unless Pratik's bidder bids back this way. 585. Need to know the instructions from you guys. So you're still thinking about it at this stage. I can't tell exactly where you're at. At 585, we pass the property in. We simply negotiate from here. 585. 600. I'm going to pass the property in at $600,000 regardless. If you bid on top of it, you come inside to negotiate. Otherwise, we negotiate exclusively with Pratik's buyer. Simple instructions from here. Ball's in your court, gentlemen and ladies. Ladies and gentlemen. Last chance, guys. I find it very hard to believe that you're here on a Thursday evening and you're not here to bid. Pratik's buyer is the only serious buyer at this stage. Sir, just confirming you're all done here. No more bids. No more bids. Gentleman in the hat. Guys in the blue. Matching blue as well. Alright, 585, last opportunity. I'm going to count it 3 times and I place my vendor bid. Our highest bidder is going to be very ecstatic to buy here. Once at 585 the bid, twice third. Final time, all done, finished, absolutely silent here. I don't know how much longer I can drag this out for, guys. Even if you're going to jump in at the very last moment, I'm placing a vendor bid at $600,000, and that's going to conclude our proceedings here. All the best to our highest bidder here. A round of applause for him, even though he's on the phone here. At $600,000, we formally pass the property in. Thank you very much all for your attendance here today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. That's it, guys.